Hello and good evening. My name's Veronica Jenkins and I own, run, organise, whatever you want to call it, Universal Spiritualism. And as part of that, there's my website, Find Me a Medium, and our lives that go live on online live cycle readings. So good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me. So a few hellos first. We have, I'll put my little comments on so people can see. We have Neeks, hello. Hi, Marianne Harris. Hi, Helen Mansell. Hi, Mel. Hi, Tahini. What I'm planning for tonight is that I am going to be doing mediumship readings. If you would like to put in the comments, please, the name of the person, just the first name. I don't need any details other than just the first name of the person that you want me to try and link with. I'm not promising, but I'm certainly going to try. It has worked past. Let's work with it, okay? One of the things to let you know about, if people are doing readings for you and they want loads of information, close the meeting down. As a medium, you don't need loads of information. The least information, the better, from the person that you're reading for, the better it is, okay? And the more genuine the medium. So Tahini, you were one of our first on today. You've Dawn. So let me tune into Dawn. Now, if I've got the right lady here, I want a lady who would have had long brown hair. She is giving me the sense that she was quite slender in build. I forgot to say, if you could respond quite quickly right at the start. Once I know that I've got the right person, I'll just keep on going. But I would like to just confirm that I have got the right person. So Tahini, if you just confirm whether Dawn, you would understand as being dark hair, in build, and I want in 20s a lady. She's slender but not brown hair. Would her natural colour have been brown that she dyed blonde? Okay, because sometimes they mess us around with when they dye hair, because you think, oh, they're blonde, and they're not at all. They're actually brown. So just let me confirm that. If not, then I have a different person. It may have been she was younger. Well, let me just some more information for you. Make sure you have the right lady here. If I have gone for you, she's me that she was a lady that wore lots of rings. She liked her rings and would have had several different rings and would have worn them on various different fingers, okay? And she's got me laughing and joking, and at one time she would have smoked as well, okay? She's very much focused on her younger days. She's really pulling away when I'm trying to sort of delve into passing and things like that. She's really pulling away from that as a period of time that I feel a little embarrassed about it. If that makes sense. It seems an odd thing to say. She did not like getting ill. She didn't like getting older. Okay. She's making me aware of blemishes on her skin as well. Oh, my on. Okay, I'm going to put my hotspot on and try and see whether my hotspot's any better for you. Okay, because I do know my signal. Okay, right, hopefully that's better. Let me know if that. Yes, she didn't like getting sick or older, and yes, she had blemishes. So I do feel as though I am with Dawn for you, Tahini. I just feel so much a sense of friendship as well as everything else, that there's this friendship that underpinned the relationship between you, and it's not to say that she wasn't another role in your life, but it was this friendship that was the important thing to her, and just the love and acceptance that was between the two of you. And she's kind of saying that love and acceptance in your life seems to have ebbed away in various different forms, and it suddenly happened where you're standing and you're thinking, well, where are the people that I used to feel this way about? Okay. And there's been breakdowns in trust, there's been breakdowns in understanding on both sides, with different people and different relationships around you. And this is where I feel I've got actually mum coming in, whether Dawn was mum or whether mum is just now coming in, because I'm feeling very much a motherly love now that is coming in for you, Tahini, and a motherly sense of just wanting to protect, wanting to look after, and just forever be there for you, forever be there. I've been getting all of these comments. Dawn is Nan and Mum is here. Okay, so so Dawn, it's done. I don't want to go to your other Nan, okay? But I know that Dawn had these motherly feelings towards you as well, okay? I'm not sensing any other person coming in, and as you're accepting Dawn as having those kind of feelings, let's stick with her, okay? She's showing me writing letters to you, and writing letters of encouragement, and often she would have a lot of words of wisdom, but I also get the sense as well from her, sometimes people would turn around and like, what? And it would just be totally off beam, and she's laughing about that, and you would understand that personality type in yourself as well, that there is times when people you can just see out the corner of your eye they're going because you've brought something up that mainstream doesn't understand and doesn't get, and you take as normal and think it's okay. So she's just laughing about that, and that you very much take after her in that sense. I know that you're on a journey at the moment, a journey of self-discovery, I want to say, and she's very much there to be there with you through that journey. Okay, so I am going to leave her with her love, leave you with her love. And thank you for working with me. Okay, guys, we've got a lot more people on here tonight now. So just let you know how I'm working tonight. I am doing mediumship. And if people would like to give me just a first name of the person that you want me to connect to, it's not a promise that I'm going to be able to do it, but that's what my aim is. If you have readers that are telling you that they need all sorts of information like birthdays and things like that, do not do that. Okay. Good mediums will never need much information, if any information at all, from you. So let's see who we've got here, and a few hellos. So hi Bernie, hi Mel, hi Mandy, hi Julie, hi Kelly, hi Charlene, hi Virginia, hi Helen. I'm just seeing who I'm drawn to. Hi Sue Ross, hi Julie Laravine, Irene, you're giving me the name Merlin. Merlin. Okay. Okay. With this, I am getting a little boy running around. Okay, and he's running around with a dog. This dog is medium-sized, white, and brown on it. Irene, if you can, I know there's a massive delay, but if you can just confirm whether this would fit in with Merlin, please, then I know whether I'm on the right tracks or not. And I want to say that this little lad that's running around is just so happy and bubbly personality. He comes in with this high energy, but I know that prior to this little boy's passing, his energy just went poof through the floor, and he making me aware of breathing problems and just really struggling to breathe there. And just there's a real... Oh, Irene, don't tell me any information, please. Just say whether I'm right or wrong, because as soon as my brain interacts, then I stop getting information from spirit. So you've said about he was in service and killed in Vietnam. So obviously that isn't the Merlin that I am linking to, because I've got this little boy who was unwell prior to his passing, and obviously being killed. Right, sounds like Michael. So you would understand that. Now, hopefully, Merlin may come through later, but often when I don't get the person straight away, it's because the message that I've got for you is from the person I've got, and then the person you want often just comes in at the end as a reassurance and all the rest of it. So let's work with this, okay? So if I can continue working with Michael, and you would understand that this cough with him, this pale pallor, he's showing me hospital situations with the lines that go in to try and keep him alive. He's making me aware of operation where there would have been stitches going all the way down from his chest down to his tummy there. Can you just confirm whether that still links in with Michael with that? Okay. And with Michael there, the message he's coming through with is about taking the joy that you can in life, as much as you can, as often as you can. Thank you for that confirmation. And often, he's saying often you can sit and be withdrawn into yourself, and your mind lives in the past. And because you're living in the past, it can actually become quite difficult. Sorry, I just need to ban this person. Okay. Sorry, it's difficult when I'm doing my own admin, but I just saw that there was a spammer on there. Okay, they've gone. Sorry, just need to link in back in with Michael. Yeah, you would understand that this feeling of living in the past a lot of the time, and he's wanting to pull you into the now and live for the now and live for the happiness now, and just to breathe at times, because it's almost like there's just so much anxiety because you're living in the past and reliving all of these things. There's a lot of anxiety and depression where you can just sit and just think and be nothing as well. And Michael is really just wanting to bring life and love in around you. Okay. Now, you did say about Merlin, so I will try and link in with Merlin. He's giving me the number 27. So Irene, if you would the number 27 make sense as a link in and something to do with Merlin? I presume Merlin is your son, okay? And he's I get the sense that he's backwards and forwards with you. He's pops in, and you'd understand sitting and just getting tinglies down your arms, especially the right side of your head and down your right arm. And these tinglies are when Merlin comes close to you, okay? And there's been times you've just gone, what? And there's nobody there, but you could have sworn that was somebody there, and that's him that's there. Don't be frightened. Do not be frightened. This is just him coming close, and because you're not recognizing him, that's why it's giving. Oh, Michael is your son. Okay. Right. But you would understand these tinglies, and yes, that had happened. Yeah. Okay. And he's just saying that it's okay. It's okay. There isn't anything nasty out there. The spirit isn't nasty. There isn't evil in spirit. There's only good in spirit. And you get caught sometimes into users, I want to say, that try and persuade you that there are negative energies that are spirit based. Only negative energies in life are human based, and our projections of them. Okay, so please Irene, don't get caught into those. Look only for the light. Only light comes to you, and you are so much protected and loved by those in spirit around you. And thank you for working with me, Irene, and I hope that has helped. Okay, for the people that have just come on, the reason people are putting names in is that I am attempting to link with your loved ones just by giving me the name. You shouldn't need to give anything else to a medium for a reading. If mediums are asking you for birthdays and all the rest of it, then don't bother with them, okay? They're fishing, okay, and they're trying to do cold readings. All you need is yeses and nos, and that should be it. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Kelly Marie O'Donnell, darling. Okay, if I've got the right lady for you, Kelly, Darlene, you would understand Darlene as carrying a bit of weight. She's got a cuddly face, okay, and she's got the kind of personality that she was tough as all bricks, okay. A decent sense of humour when she wanted, but she could have. Okay, Weezy, just the first name, please, not the last name, just the first name. She could have quite a firm way with her. Okay, so Kelly, if you could just confirm for me whether this links with Darlene, please. If not, then we'll work from there, but just, yes, you can understand. Okay, so with Darlene, you would also understand motherly, grandmotherly feelings with her. Okay, she's just giving me that sort of laughter and love that you only get when they're yours. Yeah. And she's just gorgeous. She's gorgeous, but she could have a turn of phrase for her as well. Okay, that if something wasn't working right and she felt that somebody was being used, or she felt that that there was just something not right, she would have her say about it. And the reason I feel that she's bringing that in for you, Kelly, at the moment, is that there's something that's just not right around you. And you know that if she was on the earth plane, she'd be calling it out. She'd be saying, what you're doing, what are you doing? Okay, you know this situation isn't right. Why are you getting pulled into it? Okay, follow your gut, listen to mum in your head. Okay, with mum as well, she's making me feel prior to her passing that she would have got very nauseous, felt very sick, and oh gosh, I even feel that she would have occasionally been sick as well. And I feel that it wasn't just the condition that she had, but the medication that she was on with that condition. And she's making me feel as though she had hardly any energy, and just very drowsy and very sleepy a lot of the time. Okay, and she's just so grateful for the support that you and your sisters gave her at that time. And if it's not direct sister, then you'd understand stepsister or sister-in-law, because it's that kind of relation that was helping out as well. Okay, maybe not as much as perhaps other people felt they should have, but mum was very appreciative of the support that was put in there for her. And she's also saying people didn't feel as though they did help out a lot, but they did. They really did. Okay, she's talking about soup, as though there was a special soup that somebody would make for her, whether it's a chicken soup or something like that, that really helped and really did help her, because it was one of the few things at times that she could keep down. Okay, and it made her feel better because she was able to digest it, and there was a lot of goodness in that, and a lot of love, she's saying as well. Okay, you would, I know you've mentioned 3 sisters there, and you would have been the 4th, but you would understand the 4 children as well. Was she one of 4 children, or was that just the four girls and that was it? Because she was bringing in the 4 there. She's talking about 1957 as a year that would have been relevant to her, not to you, but to her would have been relevant. Oh, you see, I should say it, because I did think tomato, and I thought, well, you can't have tomato and chicken. So I should have said it, shouldn't I? Oh dear. Anyway, so, and April the 19th as well as a date. Look around her, and with that I want to say look around her sister, or sister, for that 19th of April. So just take all of her love, Kelly. No, she's absolutely fine with you so much, and the girls. Oh, and she's bringing in a little one, a grandson, that's struggling a bit at the moment. She's around him. 6 of us, 2 boys and 4 girls. It must have been the 4 there then. But she's talking about a grandson that's, I don't feel he's that old, about 4 or 5, that kind of age, who's struggling a bit at the moment. And she's just bringing healing and love around there. Okay, so I will leave her with you, Kelly, and thank you so much for working with me. Okay, thank you. Oh, I should have brought a drink of water in with me. I just get thirsty when I talk so much. Okay. Right, what am I doing? Right, just want to No, I've got to keep working, sorry. Okay, Helen Mansell, Harry. Oh, Helen, would you understand Harry as Grandad, please? A gentleman that would have carried weight on him, would have smoked. I've got him with rough hands and sort of either shipyards or mining, that kind of heavy work that he did, because I feel he was quite muscular, he was quite strong, because of the work he did. But when he stopped working, when he retired, I feel that you know, it wasn't muscle anyway, but he kept his size, if you know what I mean. Is this making sense to you, Helen, please? And I feel with Grandad, you would understand stroke with him, please, because he's making me aware of sensation all down this side of his face, and struggling to speak. He slowed my speech all the way down, and having to think of each word before it's said, and there's these pauses there. Helen, can you just confirm I am with you and you understand this gentleman as Harry? Or if not, if this isn't Harry, whether you understand the gentleman, because if I'm not with you, then I do need to move on, okay? Because I haven't got time, because I want to get as many readings in as possible, okay? And it might be that you've gone because people do. So I'm just waiting, Helen, for you just to confirm this. If you can't confirm, then I will have to leave him with you and leave it there, okay? Right. Yes, I know where it was, but step Grandad, right? And Grandad Ian, my son's Grandad, had a stroke. Okay. Right. I like to stick with one. Helen, are you a medium yourself, please? And would you understand when you get information, do you get it in bits rather than just one person and stick with that one person and just the information being from that one person? Because that's how they tend to make me work when I'm working with a medium who works in that way. Because I much prefer to stick with the one person and just focus on them rather than bringing in the bits and bobs. Okay, just again, let me confirm if you can confirm that, because this is me just thinking why this isn't exactly fitting for you. Right, while I'm working, yes, you're practicing in a circle. That explains it then. Okay, now I know that I can move on and just focus on getting the one gentleman. Okay, right. I want the gentleman with the stroke. Okay, because he came in at the end and very focused on the stroke and the speech, and I know he must have needed caring for a period of time after the stroke. It didn't take him. He needed caring for, because he's making me aware of somebody helping him eat and drink through a straw, and having to be personal care. Okay, because he felt really embarrassed about that. Very awkward about that, because I feel that some of the people giving him personal care were younger females, and that was difficult for him. Okay, right. And the reason he's bringing that in is you would understand the situation around you, Helen, where there's an embarrassment, there's a feeling that there's something that's not quite right. Grandad, yes, he did need care for a while. I exiled him. Yeah, Ian hated him. Okay, but and it's about you understanding a situation where you're adamant about wanting to do it by yourself, okay, first and foremost, not wanting to accept help, obviously runs in the family, and being a bit embarrassed about asking for help as well, and feeling as though you should be able to do this by yourself. And Grandad's just saying, no, everybody, he needed help, you need help, accept that help wherever it comes from with good grace, okay? Because the people bringing that help and support in whatever area it is, that they need recognition for it, and by you pushing that away, it hurts them because they're trying to help, and it's a two-way thing. It's not just about how you feel about that situation. And you must understand Grandad Ian as being, you don't understand, he helped me, okay. Well, he's certainly wanting to help you in this situation, okay. You would understand him being very blunt as well, okay. He doesn't wrap things up in nice words and things like that. He just says it as it is, and that was very much his personality. Now, Helen, I can't remember, was it Henry who you first said that you wanted me to link with? I don't know whether I'm getting any other connections for you, and it doesn't feel as though unless you would understand the person that you originally wanted me to link with as having Harry, as having severe depression, because I've just gone a total blank, and I do sometimes get that when the person I'm linking with has went through a very difficult period of depression, okay. Just sitting there, and no, okay, I have moved on from you, Helen. So I know that wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear, but do take Grandad Ian's advice there and his love coming in. Thank you. Okay, let's see who else we have here. Okay, hi Katie, hi Melissa, hi Cindy, hi Dawn, hi Mel, hi Donna, hi Sharon. Let's see who am I drawn to. Katie Dempster, John. Katie, you wouldn't understand John being the person that had severe depression, please, because as I said to the last lady, Helen, that the link that I've got was about having a gentleman having severe depression, just sitting for hours at times, just staring at the wall kind of thing, and not being able to make sense of his feelings, of what was happening around him. Is this making sense, Katie, please? I'm just checking with the comments there, because Cindy, you can take that for stepdad. Okay, so if Katie doesn't, Mel, I feel that this would have been a younger man, and Sharon, you can take this as well. Katie, you can take this to an extent. Okay, let's work with you for a bit, because I was kind of drawn for you. Right. You would understand if I am with him, Katie, you would understand the 27th of a month being relevant. 27th of the month being relevant. And I know a lot of you can take a gentleman that was like that, and his name John as well. But because I was drawn to Katie, I need to work with her first, please, if that's all right. Right, Sharon, he was 27. Sharon, it was you that said his name was John as well, wasn't it? So can I just double check with Katie? Because, as I say, Katie, would you understand the 27th of the month? Because that's what I was initially not. No, sorry, this is the problem with StreamYard and not Zoom, that you don't get the immediate. Okay, I've just got to keep working with John, because I can see feel right. No, not really. Right, so Sharon, you could take John, you could take the 27th. Oh, he was 27, and you could take John, your husband, as having depression and sitting staring at walls before he passed, and you would understand him. You could understand an issue with the guy in Spirit's 27. I don't know. I thought it was the way that you said that, Sharon. It implies that the guy in Spirit isn't John. Okay, but if you could just look, would you understand him taking his own life with around his neck? Okay, if you can, then that I must be with you, and but John has just been a side thing with that. Okay, because the yeah, Sharon. Right, with this gentleman, what he's showing me, John is alive, and yes, that's correct. Okay, so you do understand that. Okay, Sharon, I will work with you then. If other people can take this information that makes so much sense to you, then please accept it. Spirit have a way of piggybacking on messages, because there's only a certain number of people I can get to on a live. Okay, and therefore sometimes they will use the piggybacks. Okay, so let's keep working with this. Right, so Charlene, if you can take it all, do just sit and listen. I'm going to work with Sharon, but do sit and listen and take what you can from it. Okay. Right. What he's showing me, the gentleman in Spirit, is symbolically rushing around and being very active, and then crashing, absolute crashing, that just like living life at 100 miles and right, yeah, that's kind of what I was getting. But you can understand this living life as 100 miles an hour and then absolutely crashing, and just it's like burnout, but he just lost himself. He just totally lost himself. He didn't know who he was anymore or what he was supposed to do. He couldn't make decisions. And I get the sense that he'd been playing with this idea of taking his life for a while prior to doing it. And within that, there's been tablets as well. Okay. But he's showing me being sick and hospital and things like that. Okay. And oh God, Sharon, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay. And it's like he was screaming inside and nobody could hear him. Absolutely screaming inside. And he's giving me the impression that he just got into a zone where he just did one thing after another. He'd worked it out, however illogical we would find it. He had a logic in it, okay? And he just did the one thing, then the other, then the other, then the other, and gone. Okay? And the tears, the grief that he this is going to sound bizarre, but he was allowed to experience once he passed, realizing what had actually happened, what had been done. There's no words he can give to express, and it seems silly in some ways to say sorry, because words cannot compensate or even touch what happened. Okay. And I know that you feel you'd want nothing to do with him. Okay. Nothing at all to do with him. But actually his spirit, his higher self, his eternal spirit, believe it or not, is pure. And the experiences that he went through and put people through were choices he'd made long before he actually came into this world on his human journey. And all he can do now is put light and protection and healing in place. And I know that is very, very hard to hear, and it's a really deep part of spiritualism about soul contracts and about why we do on our human journeys the things that we do. Yeah. You know what, Sharon? He's not doing it for him. He's doing it for you. And I know that sounds bonkers, but actually part of our journey of recovery is finding forgiveness. And it's not that they need it. It's because we need it. And I know from personal experience, obviously nothing like what you've been through, but it's only when we find space within ourselves to forgive, that we can fully heal. Okay. And I know that that seems impossible at the moment, and it has done for a very long time. But you know what? You're here now. You are here exploring all of this. Okay. You are here at some conscious, subconscious level, wanting to get through the pain, the anger, the grief, and all of the emotions that you and your family and your sister's family has gone through with this. Okay. So take the healing that Spirit is bringing in for you. Know that you will get through this. You will get through this, and you will find that place inside for forgiveness. Might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might be for a few years down the line, but you will find that space. Okay. And with it, you will find peace. Okay. I will leave you with Spirit's love. And thank you for working with me. Gosh, I'm about to cry myself now. Okay, deep breath. Should have brought some water. Okay, rookie mistake, not bringing my water. Okay, I need something light, I need something fun, and I need something to raise the vibration. So I'm setting that as an intention. So let's see where I can go for that. Vera, Marianne Harris, Vera was a bit of a workaholic, wasn't she? I'm asking for fun, but I feel actually Vera would have known how to have some fun as well. Okay, would you understand this about Vera? Very old-fashioned name, but you know what? I'm called after my great auntie Vera, Veronica. So there we are. I feel with Vera, she's got a really wicked sense of humor, you know. And she was intelligent, very intelligent. And that showed in so many different ways. You know, she was intelligent enough to keep her mouth shut when it needed to be shut. And she was intelligent enough to mind her own business when things weren't anything to do with her. But sometimes because she did that, people underestimated her. And it was only when she'd like sit down and do the crossword in 2 minutes that people would think, you are. Yeah, took everything, absolutely everything in. I feel that Vera's this really hard worker as well. Would you understand her working in some sort of government, not necessarily tax, but some sort of government employment, and she's showing me quite smartly dressed with that as well. And I feel that when she worked, she would have been managed people as well. And she's saying about how interesting that was, because I feel that she, in her time, she had to manage men that weren't used to being managed by women. So she learned certain techniques in managing men, and she showed me is quite slim as well. Okay, I don't feel that facially she was attractive. You know, she was pretty. I don't feel she was pretty, but she held people's attention. You know, you would have said she was attractive, rather than pretty. And she had this smile about her as well. And some men she had round her little finger, you know, absolutely round her little finger. Okay. And just a lovely lady. A lovely lady. She's making me aware of how organized she was as well. Everything would be in her place. She would hate to see things out of place. If she sent somewhere, even to her sisters, she'd be moving stuff, putting things away. What's that doing? Oh, I'll just pop that over there. And, you know, suddenly the place would look a lot tidier. And she wouldn't do it overtly to upset people. It's just, she'd just slightly move it. And, oh, you know, that's really nice up there. And this is what she's bringing in for you, Marianne, because I feel she wants to organise you. Okay. From the first thing being is get yourself a diary. Okay. She's sort of reminded me that I've got a 2 diary system. I've got my phone diary and I've got my diary for my lives, and I've got to have my phone diary on the lives diary, or, you know, lose track of who's doing the admin for what live and who's going live when and all the rest of it, and when I can do it because of personal commitments to me and things like that. I'm really lucky in having space that helps me do all the admin. So it's that kind of organization that she wants you to get, Marianne, of getting yourself organized on a very, very practical day-to-day level. It's one thing being organized on on a bigger scale. Don't make notes. Diary, that's what she's saying. Then each day look at the diary of what you've got on that day. Okay, that's the beauty of the diary, because it reminds you that's what's happening each day. I've got to do it several times a day. My memory is absolutely awful. So just get a diary and write it in and check that diary every day. And as soon as somebody says to you about a day or doing something, get it in the diary. Okay. And she says just simple thing like that will make the world of difference to you. Okay. Because you do get frustrated at times, don't you? This frustration, and it's just like she's just taking the time. Just take your time, balance things down, and everything will be fine. Okay. So, Marianne, thank you for allowing me to work with Vera and allowing me to end with a much higher vibration and all the rest of it. Thank you, everyone, for joining me here this evening. Next, we have Fulvia, who is doing a tarot class. It's not any readings, but it is a class on tarot. So if you're interested in that, please just join us at 9 o'clock, and that is on our usual page of online live psychic readings on Facebook. On YouTube it is at Find Me a Medium. I'll do a few plugs while I'm here as well. I've got a couple of books. One is My Totem Animals and the other is Awakening. So if you're interested in going on a more in-depth journey on your spiritual self, then Awakening will help you with that. And Totem Animals actually is an accompaniment to that as well, because it's taking totem animals to help you with things you need to think about at the time, whether it's shadow work, whether it's affirmations, whether it's just normal readings like tarot readings that you want to do. There's 129 oh, Marianne, I said you'd have a small win a while ago, and yes, you did. Brilliant, fantastic. Okay. So those are a good couple of books you can get. You can get them as downloads off my website, or you can get them as physical books on Amazon. Okay. you can also subscribe for £1 a month. That's all it costs, £1 a month to be a subscriber. And that for that subscription for £1 a month, you get notified of when all the lives are happening and a schedule at the beginning of the week of when the lives are for that week, so you know when to come on. If you really like attending these kind of things and want to do a few a day, then perfect thing for you is my daily list subscription. That's £3.49. You get all of what I've just said for the pound group, plus every day you get a list of between 50 and 60 different online events. Okay, that can be practice circles if you're developing medium, it can be lives like this one, it can be chats, it can be lessons like Fulvia is going to do next, all those kind of things. And to do that, just go to my profile page, Veronica Jenkins. Oh, thank you, Dawn. It is cheap as chips, and you won't be disappointed. Oh, I do the daily totem readings on those groups as well, so you're more than welcome to come along. Okay, tomorrow we've got readings starting at 2 o'clock, and that's with Ali, the Authentic Medium. With it being Tuesday, we haven't got Anita. Anita's usually 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, but we haven't got Anita this week. We've got a healing meditation at 6 o'clock, and we've got Zoom. All the Zoom details is on the subscription link with Carterton Spiritualist Church, and that's JC Marsh. And if you want to see me again, I'm doing a Nirvana tomorrow night on Zoom at 7:30. Okay, so just find there, go to my Facebook page, and you'll see an advert for, I'll get an advert up there with the Zoom details on there as well. Namara, thank you so much. Unfortunately, Nicole, who usually does it on a Monday, couldn't make it today, so I put one of my old ones on. Okay, so thank you ever so much, everybody, for joining me. Have a great rest of the evening, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.